Hello MacroHeart community, welcome back. So today we are going to discuss about an important crypto derivative, which is stablecoins. So stablecoins are defined as a crypto derivative whose value is always forced to be constant. For example, always $1. So one consequence of this is that if you deposit $1 worth of assets, then you get one stablecoin. And similarly, if you deposit one stablecoin back, you get back $1 worth of crypto. So this mint and burn mechanism forces the value of stablecoin to be always $1. So there are essentially two mechanisms to create a stablecoin factory. One of them is centralized mechanism and the other one is decentralized. Now centralized mechanisms are pretty straightforward. So there is a legal entity outside the blockchain world and it has a bank account, and you deposit $1 in the company's bank account and the company issues one stable coin through the smart contract, and similarly you give them back one stable coin and the company gives $1 back from their bank account to your bank account. And in the meanwhile, when you hold the stable coin and your money is sitting in the bank account, it earns interest. Now this interest can be distributed back to you either fully or partially, or it can be retained by the company itself. So therefore one can observe that a centralized stablecoin is not merely a derivative whose value is always $1, because this derivative is also earning the same interest rate which is guaranteed by the US government in case the stablecoin is $1. So therefore in this example, a stablecoin is also an interest-bearing asset. So some examples of centralized stablecoin services include Circle and Tether. The other kind of stablecoin mechanism is a decentralized one, and the first decentralized stablecoin was built by MakerDAO. So here is how it works. So MakerDAO has this stablecoin called DAI, and its value is always forced to be pegged at $1. So based on the quality of your asset, you need to provide more and more collateralization for minting one DAI. For example, if your asset is Ethereum, then maybe you need to provide 1.5 times the value that you want to mint. So for every dollar, you need to provide $1.5 worth of Ethereum. Similarly, if your asset is USDC, which is a centralized stablecoin, then maybe you only need to provide $1.01 for every DAI that you want to mint. So once you create a vault and deposit your collateral, you get the corresponding DAIs, which is the stablecoin of Maker. And similarly, at any point in future, you can return back these DAIs and get back your collateral. But also, you need to pay a fee, which is known as stability interest rate, and this has to be paid while you are redeeming your stablecoins for the collateral. At any point during this interval, if the value of your collateral drops significantly, then the protocol liquidates your collateral, which means that the protocol will sell the collateral at a discount and you can no longer redeem your DAI for the underlying collateral. This statement is not entirely true, and we might discuss it in one of the future videos. So there can be certain scenarios in which when the protocol liquidates your collateral, then it doesn't receive the entire value. For example, the collateral is not worth $1 for every DAI issued. So in such a case, the protocol is in debt, which means that it has issued more stablecoins than the amount of collateral that it has. So in this scenario, the protocol will mint MKR tokens, which serve like US government bond or debt to the protocol. And anyone who wants to buy these tokens can exchange them for DAI. And in future, when the protocol comes out of the debt, then these MKR holders can sell these tokens for DAI. So one thing to notice here is that when someone mints DAI, then the collateral underlying the DAI does not bear interest. So therefore DAI is more like a derivative whose value is pegged to $1, and it's not entirely an interest-bearing asset. However, there are some new stablecoin protocols which we'll discuss in future which solve this problem. So that's all for today. If you find this video insightful, then press the like button so that it reaches to more users. And if you are new to this community, then subscribe to MacroHeart. where we are building the next economy. So see you all guys tomorrow, and until then, bye bye.